Imagine walking into a parlor in the 19th century. The room is dimly lit, draped in heavy black fabric. A family gathers solemnly around a figure in the center. A photographer carefully adjusts his camera, ensuring everything is perfect. But his subject isn't moving, because they have already passed on. This isn't a funeral. It's a photo shoot. In the Victorian era, mourning was more than just grief, it was a way of life. The dead were honored, their memories preserved in ways that may seem eerie to us today. But to them, it was an essential ritual, a way to keep loved ones close even after death. From elaborate mourning veils to the haunting practice of post-mortem photography, let's uncover why Victorians took photos of their dead and how mourning became an art form in itself. During the Victorian era, named after Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 to 1901, death was ever present. Disease, high infant mortality, and poor medical knowledge meant that losing a loved one was almost inevitable. But grief wasn't just personal, it was a social event, with strict rules dictating how one should mourn. And no one embodied this more than Queen Victoria herself. When her beloved husband, Prince Albert, died in 1861, she went into mourning and never came out of it. She wore black for the rest of her life, over 40 years, setting a standard for mourning culture that the public followed. Women, in particular, bore the weight of mourning etiquette. The deeper your loss, the longer you wore black. A widow, for example, was expected to wear full mourning attire, including a black dress, heavy veil, and jewelry made from jet or even human hair, for up to 2 years. After that, she could transition to half mourning, where she could slowly introduce gray, lavender, or white into her wardrobe. But why such a strict dress code? Victorians believed mourning wasn't just an emotional state but a physical transformation. Mourning veils, sometimes called weeping veils, served both practical and symbolic purposes. They shielded a grieving woman's face from public view, adding an air of mystery and sorrow. They also protected mourners from the miasma, the believed airborne toxins of death. Mourning attire was a way to signal grief, but it also reinforced